Many of us, especially men, at some point decide to pursue the classic goal of transforming our bodies, often with the specific aim of building muscle. Whether it's for aesthetic reasons, athletic performance, or simply feeling more confident, we associate building muscle with better health and, of course, greater strength. And the assumption seems obvious: more muscle equals more strength. After all, the guy with the biggest muscles in the gym should be the one lifting the heaviest weights, right? To a degree, this belief holds water. Strength and muscle mass are absolutely related. Generally speaking, it takes muscle to move heavy things, and the more muscle you have, the more potential you have to produce force. This is especially noticeable for beginners. When someone new to training starts lifting weights, they typically experience rapid improvements in both muscle size and strength. This is largely because of the novelty of the stimulus. When your body isn't used to resistance training, almost any consistent effort will create gains across the board. But here's where things get interesting. While it's uncommon to increase strength without adding at least a little muscle, or vice versa, it is possible to train in ways that specifically favor one over the other. And the more advanced you become, the more relevant this distinction becomes. The science of strength gains. Let's start with strength. When we talk about getting stronger, we're primarily referring to your ability to generate force. That comes down to two key factors: muscular development and neuromuscular efficiency. First, strength can be enhanced by increasing the amount of contractile proteins in your muscles, specifically actin and myosin. These proteins are responsible for muscle contraction, and adding more of them allows your muscles to contract with greater force. To stimulate this adaptation, you need a combination of mechanical tension, which comes from lifting heavy weights, and proper nutrition, especially enough protein to support muscle repair and growth. But here's something a lot of people overlook. Strength is a skill. Just like learning to play the piano or shoot a basketball, lifting weights involves motor learning. You're training your brain and nervous system to execute movements more efficiently and powerfully. As you practice a movement, say the squat, you begin to improve your coordination, balance, timing, and joint positioning. This makes the movement more efficient, allowing you to lift heavier weights even before your muscles significantly grow. There's also something called neuromuscular adaptation, a fancy term for your nervous system becoming better at activating your muscles. This involves increased motor unit recruitment, which means engaging more muscle fibers during a lift, improved rate coding or firing them faster, and enhanced synchronization. All of this leads to strength gains without necessarily adding much muscle mass, especially in the early stages of training. And finally, biomechanics play a role. Your individual anatomy, limb length, tendon insertion points, joint structure can affect your leverage, range of motion, and ultimately how much force you can apply to a weight. Some people are biomechanically built for certain lifts, giving them an edge without needing massive muscle size. This type of growth is called myofibrillar hypertrophy, which involves increasing the density and number of muscle fibers capable of generating force. This form of hypertrophy contributes to both size and strength. Still, what we can say with confidence is this: muscle growth is best stimulated through high training volume. Training volume, defined as sets times reps times weight, is the single most important factor in hypertrophy-focused training. The more volume you accumulate, within reason, the more stimulus your muscles get to grow. This is why traditional bodybuilding routines emphasize multiple sets of 8 to 12 reps using moderate intensity. It's the sweet spot for accumulating effective volume while managing fatigue. Interestingly, research has shown that hypertrophy can occur across a wide range of rep schemes, from as few as 2 to 5 reps all the way up to 100 reps per set, as long as total volume is matched. Strength versus muscle, different priorities. Where strength training differs is in its dependence on intensity over volume. Studies show that when it comes to building raw strength, high-intensity training, working with weights around 85 to 100% of your 1 rep max, is significantly more effective than lighter weights, even if the lighter group does more total work. In one study, participants who performed heavy sets of just 1 to 5 reps saw greater strength gains than those doing sets of 20 to 30 reps, even though both groups gained similar muscle size. Another study showed that individuals doing just one set of heavy squats or bench presses achieved nearly the same strength gains as those doing 5 sets, as long as the weight used was heavy enough. In short, if your main goal is to lift more weight, then you need to train with heavy weights. There's really no substitute. Can you do both? So what if you want the best of both worlds, more muscle and more strength? The good news is, you can absolutely train for both. You just need a smart, balanced approach. One method is to train with moderately heavy weights, around 70 to 85% of your 1 rep max, while gradually increasing your volume over time. This helps you gain muscle while still progressing in strength. Another approach is to periodize your training, focusing on strength in one phase and hypertrophy in another. Or you can split your weekly routine, dedicating some days to strength-focused low-rep training and others to higher-volume hypertrophy work. To wrap things up, building muscle and building strength are closely related but not identical. They rely on overlapping but distinct physiological processes. When it comes to training, muscle growth is driven by volume, strength is driven by intensity, and your training plan should reflect what you care about most. Let me know what your goals are, strength, size, or both, in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a powerful thumbs up and share it with your fellow lifters. Thanks again for watching, and as always, stay strong, stay smart, and I'll catch you in the next one.